The world watched in astonishment as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, made an unanticipated visit to war-torn Ukraine. His presence in a country ravaged by conflict was both unexpected and deeply moving, capturing the attention of global media and the hearts of many. His arrival on Ukrainian Independence Day carried profound symbolism. It was a day of national pride and resilience, and Harry's visit added an international dimension to the celebrations, highlighting the global support for Ukraine's struggle for sovereignty. It was a gesture of solidarity with the Ukrainian people. Harry's interactions with the locals were heartfelt and genuine, showing his deep empathy and understanding of their plight. He listened to their stories, shared in their grief, and offered words of encouragement. It was a stark reminder of the ongoing conflict. The devastation and destruction were evident everywhere, and Harry's visit brought renewed attention to the humanitarian crisis. His presence underscored the urgent need for peace and resolution. Harry's visit was shrouded in secrecy. The unannounced nature of his trip was a strategic move to ensure his safety and to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. It also highlighted his determination to make a difference without the usual fanfare. It was a far cry from the meticulously planned tours of senior royals. Unlike the traditional royal visits, which are often characterized by pomp and ceremony, Harry's visit was raw and unfiltered, reflecting his personal commitment to the cause. This was a personal mission for the prince. His decision to visit Ukraine was driven by his own convictions and a desire to use his platform for good. It was a testament to his evolving role as a humanitarian and advocate for global issues. He wanted to pay his respects to the victims of the war. Visiting war memorials and sites of tragedy, Harry honored those who had lost their lives and showed solidarity with the grieving families. It was a poignant moment that resonated with many. He also wanted to meet with those on the front lines, bravely defending their nation. Harry's interactions with the soldiers were filled with mutual respect and admiration. He listened to their experiences, shared in their hardships, and offered his support. The images of Harry walking through the streets of Kiev, engaging with locals, resonated deeply. His willingness to immerse himself in the community and understand their daily struggles was a powerful statement of his commitment to their cause. Here was a prince, once destined for a life of royal duty, choosing a different path. Harry's journey from a royal heir to a global humanitarian has been marked by significant personal and professional transformations. He was demonstrating his commitment to a cause close to his heart. His actions spoke louder than words, showing that he was willing to go beyond traditional boundaries to make a meaningful impact. This visit was a defining moment for Prince Harry. It showcased his dedication to humanitarian efforts and his willingness to stand in solidarity with those in need, regardless of the risks involved. It solidified his image as a compassionate and independent figure. Harry's actions in Ukraine reinforced his reputation as someone who is not afraid to take bold steps for the greater good. It also served as a stark contrast to the more traditional path of his brother, Prince William. While William continues to fulfill his royal duties, Harry's independent initiatives highlight the different paths the brothers have chosen. This visit would have significant repercussions for the brothers' already strained relationship. Harry's actions in Ukraine may further deepen the divide within the royal family, but they also underscore his commitment to his own values and beliefs. Prince Harry's surprise trip to Ukraine was not without controversy. His decision to travel to an active war zone raised eyebrows. Some questioned the security implications of such a high-profile visit. Others criticized it as a publicity stunt. The palace was quick to distance itself from Harry's actions. They emphasized that he was there in a private capacity. This only fueled speculation about a growing rift between Harry and the royal family. The fact that he undertook this trip without their blessing spoke volumes. Security concerns were paramount. The risks involved in transporting a member of the royal family to a war zone were undeniable. Harry's security detail, comprised of former British Special Forces, had their work cut out for them. The fact that Harry was willing to take such risks highlighted the importance he placed on this visit. It was a bold statement of support for Ukraine. It also served as a stark reminder of the very real dangers faced by the Ukrainian people every day. News of Harry's Ukraine visit reached Prince William, the Prince of Wales, with a mix of emotions. The news was both surprising and unsettling, stirring a complex blend of pride, concern, and frustration within him. While he understood his brother's empathy for the Ukrainian people, he couldn't help but feel frustrated. Harry's actions, though noble, seemed to disregard the protocols and responsibilities that William had always adhered to. The palace had repeatedly denied William's own request to visit Ukraine, citing security concerns. The corridors of power echoed with the firm stance of royal advisors, emphasizing the importance of safety and the potential risks involved. William, acutely aware of his position as heir to the throne, always adhered to palace protocol. His sense of duty and commitment to tradition were unwavering, even when it meant personal sacrifices. The risks associated with a potential visit were deemed too great. The security detail, the logistics, and the potential for danger in an active war zone were all factors that could not be ignored. The optics of Harry, now free from royal constraints, undertaking a trip deemed too dangerous for the future king, were not lost on William. It highlighted the stark differences in their current roles and the freedoms that Harry now enjoyed. Palace officials reiterated the reasons behind William's grounded status. They emphasized the importance of his safety and the potential diplomatic repercussions of any incident involving the heir to the throne. The logistical challenges and security risks of protecting a future monarch in an active war zone were insurmountable. The palace's stance was clear and unwavering, prioritizing the safety and stability of the monarchy above all else. They argued that Harry's situation was different. He was no longer a working royal and could therefore take such risks. His actions, while commendable, were seen through a different lens, one that did not bind him to the same protocols and restrictions. This situation further highlighted the growing divide between the brothers. Their paths, once closely aligned, now seemed to diverge more with each passing day, marked by different responsibilities and freedoms. William, bound by duty and tradition, watched as Harry carved his own path. The weight of the crown and the expectations of the monarchy were ever present in William's life, shaping his every decision. The visit to Ukraine was just the latest example of Harry's newfound freedom and willingness to challenge the status quo. It was a testament to his desire to make a difference, even if it meant stepping outside the bounds of royal protocol. As William reflected on his brother's actions, he couldn't help but feel a pang of envy mixed with admiration. Harry's ability to act on his convictions without the weight of royal expectations was something William could only dream of. Yet despite the differences, there was a deep bond between the brothers, forged through shared experiences and a mutual understanding of their unique positions. The paths they chose were different, but the love and respect remained. In the end, William knew that his role required him to uphold the traditions and responsibilities of the monarchy. It was a path he had accepted, even if it meant watching from the sidelines as his brother forged a new way forward. Section 4. A rift deepens, the brothers' strained relationship. The tension between Prince Harry and Prince William had been simmering for years. Harry's surprise visit to Ukraine poured fuel on an already blazing fire. The brothers' relationship, once characterized by camaraderie and support, had become strained. Harry's explosive memoir, Spare, revealed the depth of the rift. He detailed a physical altercation with William, fueled by disagreements over Harry's wife, Meghan Markle. The book exposed long-held grievances and resentments, leaving the public to question if the brothers could ever truly reconcile. William, deeply hurt by Harry's public airing of their dirty laundry, felt betrayed. He valued discretion and believed family matters should remain private. The Ukraine visit, perceived by some as a publicity stunt, only solidified William's belief that Harry was putting personal gain before family unity. The brothers' once unbreakable bond seemed irreparably broken. The Ukraine incident was not the root cause of their issues, but it served as a painful reminder of their diverging paths and priorities. Section 5. Two princes, two paths. Diverging public roles and loyalties. The contrasting reactions to Prince Harry and Prince William's approaches to the Ukrainian conflict highlighted their diverging public roles. While Harry's actions were seen as bold and heartfelt, William's were viewed as more reserved and traditional. Harry, free from the constraints of royal protocol, could act on his conscience and connect with those affected by the war directly. His ability to engage on a personal level allowed him to forge genuine connections with the people he met. William, bound by duty and tradition, was relegated to expressing his support through official channels. His role required a more formal approach, often involving speeches and diplomatic engagements. Harry's military background, including 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, deeply shaped his perspective. His first-hand experience in combat zones gave him a unique understanding of the realities faced by soldiers. He understood the sacrifices made by those on the front lines, and the long-lasting impact of war on individuals and communities. This empathy drove his commitment to supporting veterans and active duty personnel. His visit to Ukraine was a testament to his unwavering support for military personnel and veterans. Harry's presence in the war-torn country was a powerful statement of solidarity. William, while never serving in active combat, has been a vocal advocate for veterans' mental health and well-being. His efforts have focused on addressing the psychological toll of military service. He has championed initiatives to support veterans transitioning back to civilian life and raise awareness about the invisible wounds of war. William's work in this area has been widely recognized and appreciated. Despite their different approaches, both brothers shared a commitment to honoring the sacrifices of those who serve. Their dedication to military causes is a common thread that unites them. However, their methods and the public's perception of their efforts differed greatly. Harry's hands-on approach was seen as more relatable, while William's formal stance was viewed as more traditional and reserved. This disparity further fueled the narrative of two brothers on increasingly divergent paths. As they continue to navigate their roles, the public watches closely, noting the differences in their approaches and the impact of their actions. Section 6. The Weight of Legacy, Harry's Trip and the Future of the Monarchy. Prince Harry's decision to visit Ukraine had implications that extended far beyond the immediate controversy. It raised questions about the future of the monarchy and the role of individual royals in a rapidly changing world. Harry's actions challenged the traditional image of a restrained and apolitical royal family. He demonstrated that it was possible to use one's platform to advocate for causes close to their heart, even if it meant breaking with convention. This more outspoken and engaged approach resonated with a younger generation, who yearned for authenticity and action from public figures. However, it also alienated those who believed the royal family should remain above the political fray. Harry's trip highlighted the growing tension between tradition and modernity within the monarchy. It remained to be seen whether the institution could adapt to these changing times, or if it would cling to outdated protocols at the risk